counterplay to it, but it's just not fun. You're just not gonna have fun. It's a no fun matchup is what I call it. I gotta win this game quick. I don't want to miss out on my Sudoku streak. I'm on like a 50-day streak right now. If this game doesn't end fast enough, I'm just gonna AFK. No offense, my teammates. It won't take long. It'll take like 2 minutes. No, less than a minute. All right, hit that sub 300 HP. Drag this over. Do this all same time. If you guys have any questions about this game, go for it. I'm not doing any YouTuber. Nothing. None of that right now. None of that right now. Maybe next game, but not right now. Well, Zhao is probably gonna do like a top to bot full clear or something like that. We got Urgot versus Mordekaiser. I could honestly look to invade this matchup, but nah, I think invading's only good to specific matchups. It's not bad, it's just kind of unideal. Like coin flippy. I don't see a reason to add coin flip into a game when you already know you're gonna win. Actually, no, Zinzo's really OP. To be honest, Zinzo's a champion that sometimes I will decide to just go red Kayn just for him. He's that OP in a blue Kayn. You can never kill him. Hello, Kayn. Hello, Hedge. My name is not Kayn, but I don't mind you calling me it. My name is Mai. KarasMai. I mean, he's probably just doing like a ton about full clear. Second. Okay, let's see. Okay, 7. 7. 7. 7. No! Bro, I'm at 1 life. This is bad.
First blood.
I'm balling the lost 2v2. Okay, this guy's over here. Let me think that out. Honestly, if they were to win that. Wait, what the hell? Oh, TF ran over and warded this. Oh, his name's Dopa Lover. Yeah, he's playing like Dopa, where he just tries to like play perfect macro. You know what? I'm actually surprised it didn't pick up. TF was such an OP champ to play into in Korea, but he just isn't working at A. And at A, you just fucking do a lot of damage and you're vibing. No point in me holding on to my E here, so yeah. I could open shove, but he's got that. He doesn't need me. He prefers to get solo XP anyway, right? Why do you want my help? What I made before Kayn was out. I played a bunch of junglers. I was trying to go pro, man. I played a lot. Whoa! So Graves, Hecarim, Vi, Zach. Graves and Kha'Zix were my 2 most played, but I played pretty much every jungler you could name. And then Kayn came out, and then I just pretty much only played Kayn. I was challenger for 2 years before Kayn was out. And he's been out for, what, 8 years? Here's the thing about it. Holy crap, he's been out for 8 years. Holy moly. Watch this. Boom! I'm killing myself. Yeah, MF didn't hit me, so. Ha! Guys have tried the same idea. Alright, let's see. Wait, I'm almost done with the Sudoku. Alright, 8 goes there. 8 goes there. 8 goes there. 9. 9. 9. Ugh! Try to do the dragon. Can maybe go stop him? Done! Yay! I didn't miss out on my daily Sudoku. Perfect! Yeah, like a 50-day streak. Ah, okay. I'd probably go get top scuttle. Why'd you stop trying to go pro? Honestly, I wasn't good enough, I don't think. Well, I mean, at the time, I was good enough to get scouted by teams and, like, go to scouting grounds, but I was too toxic. So, I just get really toxic when I'm very competitive. I'm a very competitive person, so whenever, like, I get too competitive, I get too toxic. And it's not very good for, like, a team environment. Like, I don't think I've ever been toxic in a team environment, but I'm, like, a very outspoken person, I think, when it comes to, like, you know, when you dedicate everything into something, you know? Because at that point, it's not like for fun. It's like my life, right? Alright, watch this. So I'm gonna wait for him to throw out his Q, and then I'm just gonna go inside of him. I'm gonna wait out the rest of the duration of the ulti, and then we're just gonna stay on top of him like this, and he's dead. So that's how you counter Mordekaiser. Easy way to counter the Mordekaiser. Easy. But yeah, no, I was just too toxic, bro, to be honest. Because I was like, what, 19 at the time? And I got invited to scouting grounds, but they took back the invite because I got banned. I thought because I got banned on my Smurf account, it wasn't going to be a big deal, but it was. Just farming some orbs off this guy. This is probably going to go for grub, so that's fine.
Whom should I obey?
Oh, that's the worst SX. Yeah, let me get my bot side camps. Yippee. I kind of want to look for a play on their MF. It's insane you got one ban, they wouldn't take you. Was it perma? Yeah, I think so. Yeah, you had to have like a really clean slate to get invited to scouting grounds. If you were toxic, they weren't gonna allow you to participate. Because if you're wondering how scouting grounds works, it was a way for you to play in front of pro teams. It's a way for you to play in front of pro teams, and essentially they could scout you and they could like just sign you immediately if you do really good. But you're basically given like a professional team environment, and you're competing against like the same like 4 players. Like it's 4 players per role, so 4 top laners, 4 mid, 4 jung, 4 everything. And it's the 4 highest OP players that are not currently on a team who were invited. So I was one of the players that was invited. And because at the time I was one of the highest. Like there was standards too. Like they weren't inviting one tricks, so you had to have a good mix of champions played, and they had to be like, you know, not like, you know, troll picks. It had to be like legit picks. So I've had like a bunch of meta champs, and I think I was like the 3rd highest ranked jungler at the time. And I know they didn't. They took back my invite. I remember I had it saved and everything too, though.
Enemy double kill.
Yeah, you know where they DM me the invite? They sent it on Skype. That's how old it was. Okay, wait for this guy to reset. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Oh wait, MF hits the tower. She hits the tower. Let's go kill this guy. I'm very toxic no matter how bad the game goes, but my view right now. Well, I was a different person when I was 19, right? I was a much more toxic player. I wouldn't really say it like I was like outright toxic. I was just very like I was very open So like, I don't know. How would I describe it? Like, the type of player I was would be like, I would be like, oh man. Okay, I wouldn't say anything, but if someone just randomly started to like type to me and be like, oh dude, why do you do this or why do you do that? I would like, if I wouldn't like want someone to backseat me, but if they did, I would start backseating them. So I'd be like, oh bro, like you doing this, like it's so bad. Or like, I didn't like when people like try to suck up to me either because of like my rank or whatever. So like a lot of times people would like, they would try to be my friend, but I didn't really want to make friends. I just wanted to win games. So like if people try to be nice to me, but they were playing bad, I would just straight up tell them like that I didn't think they were a good player, and that, you know, just all that stuff, I guess. But I typed a lot, so like I wouldn't like. The reason why I would get banned, it wasn't what I was saying was that extreme. It's how many people I would type to. So like if I felt like no one on my team was performing, I would tell every single person individually what they were doing wrong and why we lost the game, basically. I'd play like typing simulator mid-game, and I'd play for like 12 hours a day every day. So when you play that much and you type that much, I think you're gonna get banned no matter what. But it wasn't really like the words I was saying. There was a lot, but it was just a lot that I was saying, I guess. But yeah, no, I just only cared about winning. But I was trying to go pro. That's all I ever cared about. I just cared about improving. So when people wanted to talk or type or act or like think about other stuff that wasn't like, you know, improving and getting better, and Challenger, like in Challenger, like in low elo, sure, I don't care. But if you're playing a Challenger, I think you should. At the time, I thought you should not talk about anything but the game. And I got really angry when people were like not taking it serious, or people were like half-assing it, or you know, just kind of how I felt was wasting my time, I guess, you know. What the hell? Eh? But I mean, yeah, that's why I that's why I didn't really get invited to Scattergrounds, because I was a big yapper. I also really hated people that played certain champions. So like if someone played like a champion I thought was too easy, like I was like a really big elitist, you know, I was like 18, 19. So I would be like, okay, if someone hit Challenger playing like a champ like Ivern, I thought that took very little skill. Or like if someone played Janna, and if they were to type to me first, then I would just like instantly hate them. Like I already didn't like them, but I wouldn't say anything, right? I would just like keep to myself. If they played a champ I really hated, and then they typed to me as well, then I would just hate that person forever. Look at how they permit T1. They brought him back. Yeah, it was literally that same time period. So it was 8 years ago. So I was really toxic like 8 years ago. But that's what happened with my like my pro dreams, my ambition to be a pro player. It was the toxicity arc. As a streamer, honestly, I stopped being toxic because like. As a streamer, I'm a viewer as much as I am a streamer, right? And I think if you're watching a stream, you don't want to watch someone who's like miserable all day. I mean actually in League, it's kind of hard to say because people actually do like to hate watch. But for me, what I consider to be a good streamer is not someone who's just like complaining and crying all day. Like someone who's like talking about the game or enjoying the game at least. Like I would never watch somebody who's not like enjoying the game. If someone just seems like they're upset or miserable all the time or complaining, I wouldn't watch that. And since I'm not trying to go pro, obviously, I only play Kayn. I don't take losses too bad. Like, obviously, I hate losing, but, like, I'm not gonna, like, chew someone's head off over losing. Maybe if it's, like, a really tough loss. Like, super, super rare occasion, if I'm, like, really tilted. Like, terrible day, terrible game, super tilt, 10 loss streak. Maybe I'd say something, but I don't think I'd do it very often. Man, I kind of want to get Grudge. I'm just going to keep farming until I get Grudge, though. I don't see the point in resetting right now. No point, really. My TFs are over there. I look for the play on him, but... yeah. I don't really get slow, do I? Oh wait, my team is nowhere near as close. I thought they were right here. Oh my god, I'm blind. What the hell? I'm trolling. I should not have flashed that. I thought I could like cut to my team. They were so far away. Alright, I'm gonna get my bot side camps. I can maybe play for Dragon? Possibly. Maybe. Potentially. Alright, Dragon's like 20. We're gonna be just playing Ring Around the Rosie with our MF.
My path cuts through the bodies of the unwilling.
I'm out. Yeah, it should be good. Our team might be able to get Dragon here too.
Providence of war.
I run back in, 100%.
Enemy killing spree.
The reaping begins with purpose.
Oh, I see Mord. I see a low HP Mordekaiser.
An ally has been slain. You have slain an enemy.
Oh, MF lives with one. No. Fuck, I'm so sad. So sorry if this is a personal question, but do you think financial stability is better with pro or streamer? And is being a streamer that is in a team make things different for you? I had the feeling, was just curious, someone who's a surgeon and who enjoys the game casually, I want to see differences and maybe rethink my choices. Being a surgeon is far too taxing on your health and mental health. Well, the thing is that there's no real guarantee in any of what this is, right? Like streaming and pro, I think streaming has like a little bit more comfort and like fallback. But even then, it's like, I think they both have their own struggles in a way or two, but I think I've thought this since I've always had ambition. I think everybody I've seen who's like done a really good job and succeeded really well in the league community. This is for the league community, right? I think everybody I've seen in the league community, they did extremely well because they were extremely passionate about the game. They weren't thinking about making money. They weren't thinking about like financial stability. They weren't really thinking about that. They were just thinking about like how much love and passion they had for the game, to the point where they were able to like, you know, find that success. And even then, even the people like the greatest players, dude, there's been players way greater than me that have never made a single dime off this game. There's been people who I used to, when I was trying to go pro, I had friends that I look up to, and I really thought they were really good, and I thought they were going to go pro, and they tried, they got on teams, they scrimmed, they made it to academy, and they never made it past that, you know? You know, being a pro is probably one of the hardest ways to like, unless you already are a pro, and you already have like a lot of money that you can like work around with, I don't think like financial stability is even a question. Streaming is different because there's so many like, you know, content creation, streaming, there's so many different ways to make money because there's like YouTube and there's Twitch and there's like Patreon and, you know, all this other stuff, right? But being a pro player is really, really tough. Especially because it's like one week you're hot, 1 week you're not. Because think about like how often the meta changes every 2 weeks, right? So let's say you're really good in one patch, but next patch you could be really horrible in. And if you're not consistent, no team's gonna want you. I mean, I think the best jungler in NA never even had a successful league career. He was on an LCS team for a good while, but he never found more success than like being on a team for like a couple years. If you want like a financial stability, you got to be on a team for many years, right? But the person I'm talking about, right, by the way, is Dardoch, right? But I don't know. I think the thing is that like it requires a lot of luckiness too. Like hard work, dedication, all that is very important. But I think being lucky is like super important. So like I wouldn't really go into any of like pro playing or streaming with the intention that just expecting things to work out, because I was gonna quit League before I made it as a streamer, right? Because I was done with the game, and then Kayn came out, and I was like, oh, this champ's pretty fun. I guess I could play him some. So I got extremely lucky. Fortunately, when he came out, I had like the work ethic to like do something with it, because I was streaming like 12 hours a day. You know, there's a lot I did to become a big streamer that I never really talked about. I studied everything about streaming like religiously. It wasn't like a... The thing is, it requires so much luck and dedication that it's like... Honestly, I think there's easier things to do. Because being a streamer is easy, but gaining and harboring a following is not easy at all. Because it's so like... what's the word? Bipolar, I guess. I think I live this. No fucking way he lives. But as a streamer, the thing is that any time off, someone else is taking that time on. And you know, I had two really big problems that I shouldn't have made it as a streamer. I made it as a streamer out of like sheer like what's the word? Like spite out of like my situation in life. Because I had two really horrible things happen to me. Like the two of the worst things that could happen to you as a streamer. I injured my wrist, so I had really bad nerve damage in my wrist. That's another reason why I stopped pushing for pro play. Because I couldn't play a lot of mechanical champions. Like when I first hurt my wrist, like nerve damage and all that, I couldn't play a lot of the old champs I used to play, like high mechanical champs, like Nidalee, Lee Sin, Kindred. Like I used to play so many high mechanical champs. I love playing all these champs. I used to love playing AD carry and mid and all these other roles too. But when I hurt my wrist, I couldn't really play all those champions. So like, I remember the first year, because it was like the worst pain I had. The first year, I had to duct tape my hand. Not duct tape, but like sports tape my hand. My thumb to my wrist, because it was my thumb that was the issue, right? So I had to like, literally like tape my thumb to my wrist, and I played with like 4 fingers when I played League. And it was fucking hard. I'm not gonna lie to you. Like I barely had a challenger that year. I went from being like someone that was able to hit high challenger, like not effortlessly, but like throughout the season I was like mid-high challenger, and then I ended that season low challenger. So you know, that was one massive hurdle. And then the second one, I injured my back. I slipped like 2 discs in my back really badly, so I was in so much pain. And this was like at the when I first blew up, and I was like, you need to be streaming a lot and be like very consistent, and you need to be like, you know, doing all this stuff and really good attitude. And it was really hard to have like a really good attitude when being in so much pain, and like, you know, having to stream it that much too, because you know that if you're not taking that time on, someone else is taking that time, right? It's not like an exaggeration either. Like someone else is gonna like make use of that opportunity, because opportunities, they come like once in a lifetime, really. So I was like, I got prescribed a lot of pain meds, and I was like taking a lot of pain meds every day for like my back. So I didn't get addicted or anything like that, but I would either like deal with being in a lot of pain, because it was really bad. Like I was super close to not even be able to walk. That's how bad my back injury was. So I had like 2 of the worst things that happened as a streamer, and I was still able to like make it out of that, because that was like what, 7 years ago when I did that. And it was really bad, because I didn't get surgery, because, you know, if it goes wrong, I'm just fucked for life, right? So I did like the old like PT way, like physical therapy. And that was a lot of money. Paying for like, I had to see so many different doctors and specialists, because it took forever for them to find out what was wrong with me in the first place. And then I saw so many different doctors and specialists, and it costs a lot of money. And then the physical therapy costs a lot of money too. And that was when I didn't really have a lot of money. But then when I started fucking, you know, blowing up as a streamer, I was able to finally pay for it all. And then, yeah, and then it was just like dealing with the pain and having to like be in like a positive mood and mentality perma when you're in like a lot of pain, or like just taking a bunch of pain meds to stream like 12 hours a day. I didn't really take breaks either, you know, because it's just like streaming is like, it's when things are going great, it's always great, but it's, dude, when there's some definite issues, you know, because if you guys don't know, Dantas as well, he dealt with like some serious heart issues, like because he was taking a lot of caffeine and whatnot, so he had some serious heart issues that he had to like go to the ER and everything about too. So it's kind of rough when you have to deal with like all that shit, especially because like, you know, if you live in the US, health insurance, even with health insurance, be a fucking pain in the ass, bro. But yeah, that's why I think like streaming is like, if everything were to go right and perfect, it's smooth sailing. But even if things do go right, there's still other shit that could happen that'll make it like super hard. IMO. But I don't really regret any of it or anything. You know, I don't really like have any problems with how anything transpired. I'm pretty happy with how things went. But at the end of the day, it was all due to luck as well, right? I was actually gonna just quit this game. I hated the meta and I was so bored by it. Then Kayn came out and I actually loved the game again. Oh, I know ulti this guy's not a good idea, but actually it is a good idea. Holy shit, that was a great idea. Oh, what the hell? Just my tail. Dude, this Urgot's a beast. What the hell? I know I didn't really yap about this game, but like, I won. GG's. Woo-hoo-hoo. This Kayn character is not balanced. She barriered. Wow.
You will not be revenged.
Not bad.